Hello, it's tutorial time, and I'm thrilled to be giving you a little bit of insight into a new role at Holy Hermits Online. It's a behind the scenes ministry, so particularly good for those who might not feel called to be up front at worship, and something which is super duper easy and quick to do. It is uploading our commitment prayers to the Holy Hermits Online app prayer wall. So all you need to be able to participate in this role is a device of some kind where you can access our app. It could be a phone or it could be a tablet that has connection to the internet and would also be able to use a browser so that you can access our website at the same time. So with those three things, you'll be able to do this role if you would like to give it a go. So I've got my phone standing by ready to step through the process. So I'm going to share the screen now. There we go. There's two me's. Okay, quick. Pop off of that. Fabulous. So here you can see I've got my Holy Hermits Online app already downloaded. If you haven't got the app yet, then the place that we are going to go to find the commitment prayers to copy and paste across is also where you can find a link to download that. So let's go to Brave. That's my choice of browser. You might have a different one. And we'll go to holyhermits.com.au on our website. So we're going to select the menu. Okay, it pops up. And we go to Ministries. Let that load. And scrolling through all of our wonderful active ministries, we're going to find the prayer group. There it is. Marvelous. We'll select that one. And here you can see there is a link there which has tithely.app.link/holyhermitsonline. So if you were to tap on that one, it would take you to a place where you can choose either Apple or Android. Both are compatible with the app to be able to download it. So if you need to, you can do that. I've already got it on my phone, so I don't need to for this instance. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down the page because all of our commitment prayers are on this page. Now, let me just give you a little bit of insight as to what the commitment prayers are. First of all, let's find them and it'll all make sense. So scroll on down past all these other good things. Here we go. So these are the prayers that we have composed as a community over the years. There's quite a few of them now that we have in rotation, and we choose one to say at worship each week as part of our intercessory ministry. So you can see here we've got one for people in need, one for the companion animal ministry, one for our lay ministry, one for the deliverance ministry team, one for our Episcopal Diocese of Texas partnership. There's one for in times of natural disaster. There we go. And we do have another one, which is actually in video form, which is our prayer of lament. We'll have to figure out how we'll incorporate that one as a link, but it might be that we'll load the text onto here as well. So the commitment prayer will be part of worship each Sunday. And that is what we would then like to make available on our app for our prayer group to be able to pray throughout the week. It'll bring us that extra opportunity for prayer, unity, and togetherness, as well as encouragement for each of us to pray regularly. Always a good thing. So let's say that we're going to copy and paste the prayer for people in need this week. So I'm going to begin highlighting. And got to get the whole prayer. There we go, down to the Amen. And I'm going to select copy. There we go. That's now been copied over to my phone's clipboard so that it's accessible for me to use in other spaces. So I'm going to hop across to our Holy Hermits Online app now. Here we go. This is our app homepage, and you can see that our prayer wall is front and center. So we're going to load that one up. Here we are, very quick. You can see there's already one there, a commitment prayer, and this is the one that we actually have for this week when I'm recording this, the 5th Sunday of Easter. So you can see someone's already committed to pray. That was me a little bit early on today. Hopefully others will also commit to pray as they become aware that it is there. It's only been there for a very short time. So this is what it will look like once we have successfully done the role. So we're going to go back to the start of the prayer wall, and click the little plus button or touch the little plus button down in the bottom right-hand corner. It might look a bit different if you're on an Apple device. I'm using Android. So we select that. Here we go. This is a new prayer request. So the title of this one is People in Need. So I'm going to People in Need. The name of the person composing the prayer. Let's name that one Commitment Prayer of the Week. Commitment Prayer of the Week. Beautiful. And then in the details box is where we want to paste. So if I paste that, ta-da! It has all of that we copied across from the website. And I'm going to get rid of the title because we already had that above. Beautiful. And let's make sure that it's got an amen at the end. It does. Fantastic. So everything is there. So it's as simple as that. We can then click the submit button. I'll do that now. Ta-da! Thanks for your submission. Your request will be posted on the wall once it has been approved by a moderator. That's it. That's the role from start to finish. There is a little note we noticed in our workshop today is that if you are using Apple, you can also do this on a desktop. So you could go to the website, copy the prayer on desktop, and that would carry across into your Apple Cloud, and it would automatically be there on your phone or your tablet or even your watch if you have an Apple Watch to be able to access that clipboard item and pop it in. So that's a pretty cool thing. But if you're an Android user like me, you might just use the one device. All right, so that's that. That's done. I will hop out of that. So yeah, we don't know how we're going to organize this. If there's just a few people, it might be that one person does it for a month and then hands the baton on. Maybe we'll be on a rotation so that if we get enough people, they have the same prayer that they do on this particular week of the month. Or maybe we'll just have like a little flow of people having a go one after the other. But yeah, if you're feeling like you might like to have a go at this, please put your hand up and we'll see where this wonderful ministry takes us. Bye.